Tonight on EA Sports. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So here comes the Browns offense with a long field ahead. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. We'll check on his status when we get back. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. That catch good for only a couple. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rolling to his right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bengals Bengals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Now that carry just did something significant as well. It pushed him past Jerome Bettis on the NFL all-time rushing list. The bus had 13,662.
And not every carry you get in the NFL is going to be open field, right? A place you can make your cuts. You got to get some of those grimy yards, don't you? You got to go inside and run through people, just as Jerome Bettis did. That's what we've seen him do as well.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to, at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Looking to throw. Moss buying time to his left. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing on 1st down. Moss forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Well, he gets a touchdown, Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense, but you know what else is happening too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brooks. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. These two teams all tied after 1. On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And the Bengals have recovered it. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays?
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Moss. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And finding the tight end Hooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to...
Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for Cincinnati. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A handoff to Mixon. The tackle there by John Johnson. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 17, Burrow. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. McPherson's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points. And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3. By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Either way. Not the tie, but yeah. Either way. You got it. I just went right past it. The Browns drive about to get started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive. And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Moss, flush to his right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Back to throw. Moss flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Moss. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Moss. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A final shot before break. Moss. Touchdown, Browns. Austin Hooper in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the visiting Broncos who were able to come in and get the road victory. Javonte Williams, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Trey Lance leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now Burrow on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Burrow looking to pass. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
To throw from his end zone, Moss. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to you.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
It's complete, and he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. Throwing after the interception. Moss eluding the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Flush to his right. He's got Hooper on the short connection. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Moss. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A give. This is Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll look to throw here on first. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moss. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Touchdown! That's caught. Anthony Schwartz with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. 1st down, here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Here's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
You cannot...
These guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now it's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From midfield now, Burrow. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Here's Burrow.
To Mixon on the check down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Burrow.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. But in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Throwing, Burrow.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
To throw, Burrow.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate, but the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Now Burrow.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 20. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, Moss toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day? And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face